Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks! What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got something ridiculously epic to share with you guys. This box was sent to me by the legendary Gavin Hawk of Hawk Knives. You guys are probably familiar with the Deadlock OTF model. Well, most people, I think, are actually familiar with the Model B and Model C. There was, of course, a Model A. The Model C being the newest version. And there's a cool story behind it, but if you didn't know, the Deadlock Model C is actually in the new John Wick movie. And Gavin was kind enough to send me this custom-made box and a Model C to check out. The exact same model that is in the movie. So I'm really excited to share this with you guys. Thanks so much to Gavin for sending this in. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. And please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. So these, let me show you guys this box here. These are actually going to be made and sold here fairly soon. I think it's mid-April or something like that. We'll talk about that here in a sec, but I want to open this up and share this with you guys. Oh man. So this is what these boxes will come with. The pencil, the coins. These are done by TK422 Customs, which if they have a website, I'll link them down below. But the knife, right? There's a couple of, I think there's a couple of scenes that this knife is actually in. I'll see if I can throw some screenshots up on the screen right now for you guys to take a look at. You guys know that I have a Deadlock. The Deadlock OTF, in my opinion, is the best switchblade on earth. It's super expensive. These are American made. They're custom made, right? But they're the only OTF, like the only automatic OTFs in the world that lock out completely and totally solid. I mean, even my, $400, $500, $600, $700 Microtechs have a little bit of play. These Deadlocks lock out completely and totally solid. Now mine is aluminum and carbon fiber with the 20CV blade, stonewashed, and I love this. It's great. This guy is carbon fiber and DLC titanium with a DLC blade. Oh my gosh! I'm gonna tell you guys right now. Oh, geez, that scared me. My other knife case closed by itself. I'm going to tell you guys right now, I'm going to buy one of these with the set. As soon as I got this out, handled it for the first time, and fired it, took a look at it, I realized I have to have this. This is insane. What's cool about these is that he's going to do these, he's just going to do this set once. But he's doing an unlimited drop within a certain amount of time. So however many orders there are within a certain amount of time, it's not like, I'm not saying like a minute, right? But he'll leave the orders open for a bit. And however many orders there are, that's how many he's going to make, which is really cool. Meaning, if you want one of these, you will probably be able to get one. It's not going to be one of those typical, right? You have like 10 seconds to try and get it in your cart or it's gone forever. No. When I think that's a pretty good move. The story behind this is pretty cool. The story behind the Model C in general is actually pretty cool. I always thought this is such a beautiful knife. I just having trouble getting around. Like, this is so epic. But from the pocket clip, right? Just the general ergonomics, the general symmetry of it, right? The ease of deployment. It's just incredible, right? You guys a look here. Inside the box, you guys can see the coins and, of course, the pencil, right? Very cool stuff. He told me that the idea behind the Model C, it was something that he had kind of like just been messing around with here or there, but it got not rushed, but it got pushed into reality very quickly when he received a call from a gentleman one day who said, he's working on a little, I thought it was funny. The guy really undersold it. He said, "I'm working on a little film, and I was looking for a really cool, switchblade or automatic knife to put in the movie, and I asked around, and there were, people saying that you make the best one in the world. And he said he talked with the guy for a little bit before the guy finally said, "So the movie is John Wick 4." And so he said at that point, it became a much bigger deal. And he was like, oh my gosh. So they went full force into designing and making, the realization of this model, the Model C, possible. I never realized that the Model C was pushed into, existence by the fact that they wanted this design for John Wick 4. Which is really cool. It's awesome that, a lot of times in like action movies, I remember a lot of the action movies that I watched growing up, it would just be like generic knife, generic knife A or generic knife B. It wasn't a real thing, right? I mean, there was the Rambo knife, sure, right? But they were, a lot of times they were just like rubber props, or they were just junk, like nothing knives, right? And so in movies like John Wick, and there's been plenty of other examples of TV shows and movies here within the last couple of decades that have actually used real, like high-end knives. But in John Wick 4, it's really cool that there's a legit, like super high-end and absolutely capable and functional knife, the best in the world when it comes to switchblades, in my opinion anyway. But I think that's awesome. I just think that that's really cool that this knife is actually there in the movie in a box that is almost identical, right? That's what's cool about the box. I love that they've got the logo here. And he said also there'll be a logo. This is like a pre-production box. There'll also be a logo up here. But it's cool to have the Hawk logo and everything, This is just a really cool presentation. But yeah, I think if you guys are wondering about pricing, I think what Gavin told me is that each individual set, so you're going to get the box, the coins, the knife. I don't get to keep this, by the way. I know people are like, oh, yeah, Metal Complex gets a free one. No, I don't. I have to pay for it if I want one. I got to get in line and pay for it. That's what I'm going to do. All right, I got to send this back. He's not giving this to me. I think they're going to be $3,500. I know people say, oh my gosh, that's a ton of money. Listen, the basic aluminum ones are up to, I don't know, $1,500, $1,600 now, something like that. The titanium ones are more expensive. So this is DLC titanium, plus you're getting the custom box and the 2 coins, right? So definitely a collector's set for sure. If you decide that you want to use it, it's absolutely completely and totally functional. I think a lot of people get confused about expensive knives. They assume that they're art pieces or that they're really delicate. No, the Hawk Deadlock is ridiculously durable. This is DLC coated titanium and DLC coated CPM 20 CV, machined to perfection. It is absolutely capable and durable. Yeah, I think that's what these sets are going to run. I follow him on Instagram. Follow Hawk Knives on Instagram. I'll link websites down below if I can. I think he told me maybe sometime mid-April. I don't know, something like that. So be following him if you want to check this out. Any information I can link, I will link right down below. But really, I just wanted to share this with you guys. Being a huge fan of the Deadlock model, I really just wanted to share this with you. I think this is... The Model C is, in my opinion, it's not only the best... functionally the greatest switchblade on earth, in my opinion. I think it's also the most beautiful automatic knife design or automatic OTF design. This version, I think, is probably the best of the best. I think this is, in so many ways, one of the most beautiful knives that I have ever seen in my life. And the cherry on top is that it is so ridiculously easy to manipulate. It's just insane. And of course, absolutely zero blade play. Mine is still like that. I can't tell you how many times I have deployed this thing. Just over and over and over again, no blade play. And finally, after getting my own of the John Wick 4 editions of these knives, I'll have an excuse to finally carry this one, right? I've kind of babied this one. But I think I'll finally be able to carry an EDC this. So yeah, fantastic. Pretty cool stuff. Thanks again to Gavin Hawk for allowing me to share this with you guys. This is really, really cool to be able to share this with everybody on YouTube. I think that's going to be pretty much it today. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like. So check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe, because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.